Hello everyone and welcome to the Game Cola RPGCast. Today we are doing our second installment of Nancy Drew Hardy Boy's Super Mysteries with Super Mystery number 36, Process of Elimination. This book was published in April 1998. I'm Michael Gray, I'll be the Dungeon Master, and with me today are Paul Franzen, Michael Ridgaway, and Nathaniel Hoover.
Howdy.
Hi. Oh, hey.
Yo.
Everybody introduce yourselves.
I'm Paul Franzen, I'm Game Cola's editor emeritus, and today I will be playing the role of Joe Hardy.
Hi, I'm Mike Ridgaway. I used to do stuff like Quantum Geek and more podcasty stuff on Game Cola, and these days I just show up to make fun of people, especially Paul, which I have not had the opportunity to do in quite some time, so I've been looking forward to this immensely. I am playing the other Hardy Boy. What's the other Hardy Boy? I have no idea what the other Hardy Boy is. Frank Hardy. I am playing the role of Frank Hardy, and I'm aiming to be as disruptive as possible.
And I'm Nathaniel Hoover, staff writer and editor, and I will be playing the part of Drew Nancy, boy detective.
Okay, so before we start, I don't know if any of you listened to the previous Nancy Drew Hardy Boys podcast. That was last June, and I have done absolutely nothing since then. So these are all notes from 9 months ago, 10 months ago at this point, maybe? So this will be fun. I have no idea what's going on, but I did make one change to the setup. You now all have a Mary Sue move that you can use at any time. The Mary Sue move gives you 100% chance that you will succeed in whatever action you take. So do you need to defuse a bomb? You got it. You want to get shot and live? No problem. Translate ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics, it's just easy as pie. I figured that would make this most accurate because Nancy and the Hardy Boys always pull out these moves whenever they need to.
And we can use that like once period, or?
Yeah, just once period.
Okay, cool.
I.e. whenever we need to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so section number 1 is going to start with Nancy. Nancy Drew and Bess Marvin, you are in Los Angeles. Bess Marvin being your friend, Nancy.
What's my motivation? I was a delinquent and did no research whatsoever before this, so I need a little help here.
Okay, so Nancy Drew and her friend Bess Marvin and Anthony Green had been waiting for Carl. I'm not going to read this. So you're in an yeah. You're in Los Angeles. You're at an environmental conference with your friend who basically forced you to show up, and you guys are having some sort of dinner date, I believe. So Bess has got her man of the week named Anthony, and Carl Dubček, who's running the conference, is going to show up. But he's 30 minutes late.
Get a refund on that pizza.
He's stuck on the freeway. It's LA. That's no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
What was the guy's name?
Carl Dubček.
Okay.
I roll to attack. I got a 2. I missed.
You need to specify a target, Paul.
What? I can't just attack?
Well, you can, but that's really flailing your arms around wildly and hoping something runs into you.
Okay, so the waiter shows up and says, "Will that be all then?" I guess he's just handed you guys drinks or something.
Or something? You're our dungeon master. We're in a dungeon of waiters, and we don't know what's going on. Help us, Michael.
He gave you iced tea, and he's asking if you want more iced tea.
The iced tea in my glass is sufficient, thank you.
Just then a low buzzing noise cuts the air. Anthony reaches under the table, and the buzzing stops. He's pulling out his beeper from his belt. He says, "Looks like I'll have to go find a phone," he said. Anthony hesitates as he stands up.
Everything okay, Anthony?
It's clear that he doesn't want to leave the table. You wonder if his mood has anything to do with whoever just beeped him. No, this is fine. It's just some business I need to take care of. I mean, I think so, he said. He lowers his eyes and says, "I don't recognize the number." How do beepers work?
They beep.
Yeah, it's like, well, first off, they work only in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just shows you the phone number of whoever's calling you. Then you find a payphone and call them back. So are we in the 90s?
We are in the 90s. This is 1998.
Oh, man. Screw this. My guy's just going to go home and watch Are You Afraid of the Dark all day.
Okay, so Bess apparently starts up a conversation with Nancy at this point. Isn't he wonderful? She asks.
Are you apparently starting up a conversation with me, Bess?
Yes.
He's all right.
Is he too old? He's maybe 4 years older than we are. Does he live too far away?
He seems a little preoccupied.
Is it just because I don't know anything about him besides the fact that he's handsome and charming? What is it, Nance?
You know, maybe you should go follow him and talk to him a little more away from the crowd.
Okay, says Bess.
Now we can enjoy our iced tea in peace.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So,
Nancy tries to check her email on her beeper. It doesn't work.
Anyway, Anthony Green, he comes stumbling back into the room with bad news. He comes stumbling back looking shocked. He says, "Guys, we're gonna have to cancel our dinner.
Oh, no!
Why?
Carl Dubček has just been murdered."
How? When? By whom?
I don't know all the details yet. I'm going to go call the police.
How'd you find out?
Phone call?
Sounds like Dubček just checked out.
Ho ho.
I can hardly say it. He was shot. They don't know what happened, only that someone shot him.
Who's they?
I'm not sure.
Well, you know where the phone is. Call the police.
Oh, here we go. The call I got on my beeper, it was one of the other coordinators from the conference. You know her, Mrs. Grunderson. When the police called the conference, she got the message. So that's how he knows. Okay. So he goes off, stumbling into the payphone line, again. And Nancy gets to the overwhelming urge to spy on him.
You say he's stumbling? Like, is he drunk?
Yeah, he's clearly in shock.
Drunk shock.
Drunk shock. Okay, so what happens is Nancy follows after him so she can overhear important plot information.
I do? Okay.
Yeah, so let's have you roll something. I guess a spot or a notice. Or a move silently or whatever we want you to roll.
I roll an escape to get out of following this guy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm kidding. I'll roll a 6 to spot or notice as I'm following him.
Okay, I rolled a 7, so you show up a little bit too late. You catch the end of the conversation where he says, "No, that's enough, Cinder. I'm quitting the team." Then he hangs up the phone violently.
Where are my Hardy Boys right now?
And now we skip over to the Hardy Boys.
Wow.
Nancy has a very unfortunate, boring segment there. Sorry. So the Hardy Boys are in the San Diego Zoo, actually.
I was gonna say
At the zoo or in the zoo?
They are.
I thought we were gonna be playing N64, but that's fine.
No, the Hardy Boys are at the zoo. You guys are chilling at the zoo, trying to figure out what kind of animals you want to go check out.
What's Paul's character's name?
Joe.
Well, Joe, I think it'd be really swell if we went to go see the pandas.
I want to see the turtles, actually.
Joe, we talked about this. We're gonna go see the pandas.
The pandas are all dead, Frank.
Joe, I will ruin this day with my anger if we do not go see the pandas.
Fine, we can go see the pandas.
Yay!
So you guys are heading towards...
I rolled to smack him in the back of the head as he turns around. Ooh, I got an 11.
Okay, roll a dodge, I guess.
I guess I can't beat that because I don't have any ranks in dodge.
Yeah. Okay, so he smacks you in the back of the head as you go.
I roll spot check to figure out his deepest, darkest secret and then use it against him.
Okay, spot. You roll a spot notice. Okay. Oh wow.
10.
You got a 10. I got a 0. Okay, so
What does Joe cry about at night?
What does Joe cry about? Joe is emotionally insecure because he can't get a girlfriend for more than 2 days.
hey, maybe, if we went to go see the pandas and you opened up a little bit, you could actually, land a lady instead of just crying yourself to sleep at night, Joe.
That was pretty low, Frank.
Let's go see some goddamn pandas.
Okay.
Okay, both of you roll a notice check or a spot.
You can't see the pandas; they're too far in their cages.
Yes.
I got an 11.
I got a 4.
Okay, so you notice a truck which is just barreling down the road towards you. So it's a truck about the size of a U-Haul, and it is barreling down the road right at you. So roll and escape, because the driver is honking the horn.
Did I actually notice this also?
I think you heard the horn. You didn't notice the car.
Okay.
So roll, I guess, dodge or escape, because the car is going to hit you unless you guys jump out of the way.
I would like dodge. I have points in that.
I would like escape. I have points in that.
Oh no. I got a 9 to dodge.
Okay.
I got a 7 to escape.
Okay, so let's say you two both jump out of the way and avoid being hit by the truck being driven... Who is it being driven by? Is being driven by a pair of Chinese thieves with guns.
Both of them together are driving the car? Somebody
I'm
operating the
not entirely
pedals and the other the
sure.
wheel, or like they've each got one hand on the wheel, like what, together, Michael?
I think one of them is probably leaning out the window, yelling at you guys for getting in his way.
An important part of driving.
While the other one is driving. Meanwhile, somebody runs up from behind and says, "Stop, thieves! Those people are stealing stuff! Oh, if only somebody would stop them!" yells the attendant.
I charge the truck.
I escape from the truck.
That's actually accurate to the book. Okay, so Frank, you escape to another road where the truck has to pass by because you're a clever person and decide you're going to set up a barricade. Well,
I charge the truck and just start banging on the door.
Okay, so Joe, roll for whatever skill works for jumping on trucks.
I have a good attack, but I'm not sure that's for jumping.
Negotiate. You're negotiating the side of the truck.
No, you do jump on the back of the escaping truck.
Okay. I knock on the door. Hey!
Okay, so Joe can barely hold on to hear his brother over the roar of the truck. You just caught the edge of the tailgate with the fingers of one hand, your heel wedged between the bumper and the vehicle's tail wall. So you knock on the
Joe's
back
going
of the
forever.
truck. One of the Chinese guy in the front, the one who's not driving, turns around and sees you. He opens the small window and pulls out his gun.
Oh, I dodge. I dive down and I'm like in the truck bed.
Okay.
Or I dive down.
Okay.
And I got 7 to dodge.
Okay, he got an 8 to attack, so he grazes you on the arm.
He shot my head off.
He grazes you on the arm, and he gets you just as you're dodging, so you smash against the left-hand side of the truck, feeling very bad. Meanwhile, the driver also turns around. He's not going to do anything. He's too busy focused on driving. He takes a left-hand turn.
I try to climb into the back of the truck, like inside the where they are.
Okay. The book isn't very clear on what kind of truck it is, by the way, but I'm just pretending it's a U-Haul style truck because I don't really care.
So am I like inside the storage area, or am I like clinging to the top?
I'd say you're inside. You should be inside the storage area, but for whatever reason, the book decides you can't see what's in the storage area until this is over.
Well, it's probably pretty dark, and I don't know where the light switch is. Maybe I should just try to hang on for a bit.
Okay, then we'll check in with the other Hardy boy. What's Frank up to? Is Frank setting up a barricade?
I was going to go see the pandas.
Oh, okay. So Frank goes over to see the pandas.
I mean, I guess, all right, I won't leave my brother to die. Wait, how do I feel about Frank?
You're best friends, and you would hate to see him die.
All right, fine. I'm going to sneakily sneak after the truck, try to kind of sneak up on it, see if I can't get a good idea of what's happening there, not just go charging into things like an idiot.
Yeah, half the time you feel like you love your brother, and half the time you're like, if somebody's going to kill him, it has to be you.
Ah, murder-suicide, gotcha.
Okay, so, you see the truck going down the road, and you're able actually to recognize the villains as Chinese thieves.
Can I, are there any police around? Is there a payphone? Can I dial 911?
Sure, you can call dial 911, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not dial 911. Say I almost just got hit by,
A truck at the zoo.
Yeah.
Can you see its license plate?
The license plate has been removed. This is obviously a stolen vehicle. And that actually is for some reason. Okay, so meanwhile, let's go with Joe. Joe, what are you up to?
Well, now I'm inside the U-Haul. I'm kind of banging against the wall that leads to where, they're sitting in the front of the van, saying, "Hey, slow down! Slow down!"
Again, the Chinese guy turns around and decides to shoot you.
Now, wait a second. You're in the truck? Right?
I'm in like this. Yeah,
because if it's a U-Haul, there shouldn't be any connection between the front and the back.
Well, there's like a wall.
Yeah, I mean, so if he's shooting through the wall, but could ricochet. I'm just pointing that out. That's all. Go about your business.
It's okay. So the driver, oh wow. Okay, so what happens is the other Chinese guy comes climbing around to take care of you, actually, Joe.
I pick up the nearest... Wait, so I can't actually see anything, right?
You can't see anything. There are like pots and stuff.
I pick up the nearest pot and throw it at him.
Okay, roll for your attack.
8.
Okay, so he got a 10. He dodges perfectly and counterattacks. That's a 9. What's your dodge?
Dodge. 10.
You dodge the bullet perfectly. You're a fantastic dodger. Then he immediately swings his leg around to knock you backwards. Oh, but
7 to dodge.
He's not very successful. He hits his leg on a plant and on one of the pots and starts cursing loudly.
Oh, I dive to tackle him while he's distracted. Oh, that's a 4.
He's got a 5, so you attempt to tackle him.
This is the worst fight ever. We're both just stumbling around. Well, I guess we're in the back of a moving van, so...
So I'll say he grabs you and tries to push you towards the back of the truck.
I try to take the gun out of his hands.
Okay, what do you roll?
What is that, like, sleight of hand?
Yeah, let's go with that.
7.
7. Okay, you stole the gun successfully from him, but he still managed to push you back. So I guess he pushed you back and you grabbed the gun while you were falling backwards.
I train the gun on him and shout, "Stop."
Have the Hardy Boys ever shot anyone?
In this series, yes.
Oh man, I was hoping we could blaze some trails here.
Okay, so roll a negotiate.
Oh, that's one of my good ones. 11.
He immediately puts his hands up into the air and begs you not to shoot him.
Tell your criminal
blaze some trails, Paul.
Tell your criminal friend to stop this van.
Your criminal friend.
Okay, he rolls a 10. What did you roll?
If this is I got a 9 anyway.
Oh, okay. So
I fire a warning shot.
He turns around to his friend and shouts something in Chinese. Okay, then roll a dodge. Oh man.
5.
Okay, 10. So his friend turns around and shoots you.
Through the solid wall of the U-Haul?
Through the solid wall, his friend turns around. He gave him very good instructions in Chinese.
Oh, that should be like a -5 penalty. Come on.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll accept a -5 penalty. He
for shooting through a wall.
Yeah. So his bullet comes very close, catches you by surprise, and you fall backwards out of the back of the truck.
Out of the van? Oh no.
So roll to not die.
Is that like, how about escape? Dodge?
Reflex.
Reflex. Yeah.
Sure. Uh-oh. I got a 2.
Okay. Now you can roll a spot to see how big of a spot you appear to be after you splat out of the truck.
So you smash onto the ground, and the bad guys get away.
Oh. I still have his gun, though.
You still have his gun, though. That's very good.
Fingerprints, registration, yeah.
Do I have hit points?
No.
Okay, good. Because I would imagine I would not have hit points now.
Meanwhile, Frank, you have been chatting with you went to the panda exhibit, right? So let's say Frank comes back wearing a panda hat, and he's like, "Hey, bro, how's it going?"
I can't even, like. Can you get an ambulance? I'm almost
I called
dead.
the police. They should be here 15 minutes. I'll be in a good part of town. 15 minutes.
But Frank, you
look a little rough.
Frank, you were talking to the person from the panda exhibit, and they told you the huge plot twist.
Oh.
So what were the thieves stealing? The thieves were stealing bamboo.
Well, that's silly. You can just get that at your local home and garden store.
Bamboo pots?
Yep, pots full of bamboo. They stole it from the San Diego Zoo.
Well, that's just uncouth.
I gasp and pass out from the blood loss.
I'm going to go look at the Komodo dragons.
Meanwhile, back with Nancy. Nancy,
goody.
Nancy, you are talking with Sergeant T-Bone.
Why am I the one who has to write down all the names?
No. I mean, you were finished talking with the police, and you have been let go, and you're going back to your house or hotel or whatever.
Am I a transient? Am I a visitor? Do I live here? I mean,
this is Los Angeles, so you're at a hotel for the conference. So you can either talk with, I guess, the police officer, the sergeant, or just go back to the hotel room.
Well, I've already told everything that there is to tell, which really isn't all that much, right?
Mm-hmm. You've told him everything you know about Mr. Dubcheck, and yeah.
Okay, so what am I doing? Am I just twiddling my thumbs? Do I see any opportunity to get involved in solving a mystery? Because I think that's what Nancy Drew does.
Okay, well, why don't you roll for negotiate, I guess, and see if you can convince this officer to tell you anything.
4.
Okay, so the officer is very close-lipped and decides he's not going to tell you anything about the murder.
Okay. Can I play N64 games back at my hotel room?
They actually have one of those N64s that connects to the TV.
Oh, those things are the worst.
I know, but you can go back to your hotel room and do that.
Okay, well, for lack of anything else to do right now. Oh, where's Bess?
Bess is at the hotel room with Anthony.
Well, I should definitely interrupt whatever they're doing. I'm going to go see Bess. She's probably shaken up.
Alrighty, so Nancy and Bess's first floor hotel room.
Oh, I'm sharing a hotel room with her?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I should definitely go back to my hotel room. Is Anthony sharing a hotel room with us?
Anthony is there. He's just trying to cheer Bess up.
Now, before he goes in, is there like a tie on the doorknob or anything like that?
No, everything is clear.
Is Nancy about to get a lesson in the birds and the bees?
No, she is not. She's actually going to get a lesson in something else. I don't know why I put it that way. You walk in, and Bess and Anthony are having a very serious conversation together.
Am I obvious? Well, obviously I've opened the door to the room, so they know I'm here, right?
Yeah, in the book, Nancy just walks in and starts shouting at him.
Oh, what should I shout?
How come you didn't call the police like you said you would?
Did he say he would?
Well, he was supposed to call the police, but when you were not talking to the police officer, he mentioned that they didn't get any phone calls from him.
Oh, well, Anthony, why weren't you talking to the police?
What? What are you talking about? He asks with surprise.
I don't know. The dungeon master told me to say it.
They have no record of you calling them, and they never called you. Nancy, Bess shouts, what's going on?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Fine, says Anthony. I'll tell you the truth.
Go on.
Carl Dubček, he wasn't killed just because he's some environmental conference leader. He's killed because he's CIA.
And how would you know that?
It was a long time ago when he was a CIA. He's always been a lawyer, specializing in international law, specifically Far Eastern law. That's why the CIA recruited him. He was their main source for Asian facts, especially Chinese ones. Bess stands up angrily. Why did you lie to me? How could you lie to me? Was everything you told me a lie?
Only like 60, 70% tops.
Yeah. Look, when the plan was in operation, I couldn't tell you everything. But everything I said about us, I meant all of that.
So what's your next move, Anthony?
Well, he says, everything's changed now that I've met you, he tells Bess. I've never known anyone like you, Bess. I can't go along with the plan anymore. I need to protect you.
I take a pillow off the bed and I throw it at him. And I say, now look here. There's a murder and there's something going on here. I want in.
Nancy's got a taste for blood.
Okay, so roll for, I guess roll for notice.
Ooh, that's 12.
Okay, so you have an amazing notice. You notice that a very suspicious car is pulling up on the other side of the street.
Define suspicious.
This is a car, it's a beat-up car, and there are a bunch of guys with shotguns leaning out of the car.
That meets my expectations of suspicious.
They are apparently looking for a specific place, a specific house.
I attract the others' attention to this scene outside the window.
The people in the car immediately start firing.
At what?
At you.
Why?
This is a drive-by shooting.
Why me?
They're not aiming for you, they're aiming for Anthony.
Well, I'm not standing anywhere near Anthony. He and Bess can be together.
Get down, Anthony shouts.
Fine, I start dancing.
Roll a reflex or a dodge, I suppose.
Oh my goodness. I roll a reflex of 4.
Okay.
I'm caught completely unawares. I'm just, I don't know, baffled by the presence of shotguns all of a sudden in the story.
Okay, roll another reflex, I suppose.
First one wasn't good enough. That one's an 11.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so all the guns go off, and Nancy, you manage to get down on the floor and dodge successfully. However, Bess is unable to dodge. She's just standing there in fear, but Anthony uses his body as a shield to protect her.
Meaning he gets shot, or meaning he pushes her out of the way?
He gets shot. You throw yourself
bully for
backwards, angling your fall that you'd land between the room's huge easy chair. Behind the easy chair. A score of shots roar through the room. Glass and metal splatter everywhere, plaster explodes in all directions, gouged out of the wall in huge chunks by the spray of bullets.
Oh, they're gonna charge this to us.
They totally are. So after a moment, the shooting stops.
Jeez, I thought I was making the game too violent.
Don't worry, Paul. I got plans to help us get back in the game.
You just wanted to go see the pandas. I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah.
Fine. Fine. You just bleed to death in the zoo. They'll throw you to the lions. How do you think they keep them fed with all these budget cutbacks? Shootout victims.
We'll go with that. I'll change the storyline like that. Okay, so
What? Wait.
Next up,
you should change the storyline that Joe Hardy gets eaten by lions.
no, I'm changing the storyline like this. Okay, so later that day at the hospital, Nancy, you were at the hospital dropping off Bess. Bess is she's not gonna.
Is Bess a mess?
Bess is a mess. Anthony is dead, but Bess is still alive because Anthony shielded her from bullets. And these books always have these, very, very badly done meetings, so you walk right into the Hardy Boy who's not hurt.
The Hardy Boy who's not so Frank.
Me.
Yeah, you walk into Frank.
Have we met at this point?
You and Frank know each other. You went to high school together.
Is there any sexual tension between us?
There is a lot of sexual tension, even though you have an official girlfriend back home and Nancy has an official boyfriend back home. That doesn't stop the special feelings you have for each other.
So, Nancy.
Hey there,
how you
Frank.
doing?
Hey there, Frank.
How's, what's his name?
Dead.
That's what I like to hear. Expecting a bigger laugh for that.
I'm holding it inside out of politeness.
So what are you doing here?
Well, my best friend got very shaken up, and her CIA turncoat person, secret mystery man of international mystery, is dead.
That's a shame. How'd he die?
Shot in the back. Shotguns.
Oh, God.
Indiscriminately, no less.
That must be going around. Joe got shot.
By whom?
Everyone's just getting shot left and right.
I roll up in my wheelchair.
Hey, Joe, go back to your room. The adults are talking.
Thank God you're here.
Nancy, do you want to get out of here? Maybe go get some dinner? I know a nice little Korean fusion place down the street.
I'm dying, Nancy.
He's fine. Dad
dying.
has good insurance.
Joe, what happened to you?
There's something I need to tell you before I go. I've always loved you.
You're talking to Frank,
Nancy,
right?
Roll away with me, Nancy. Forget all of this.
I roll a 3 with Joe, whatever that means.
Can I roll to push Joe's wheelchair down a nearby flight of stairs?
Okay.
Not okay.
Roll.
Nancy intercedes with a sleight of hand of 4.
So what would I roll for that?
Roll an attack.
All right. Come on, big money. 3.
Okay, so Nancy stops you from pushing your brother down a flight of stairs.
Nancy, you always knew when to stop me when I was about to commit homicide.
Means a lot.
Well, they already charged me for the damages to the room. I don't need another person charging me for something I didn't do.
So Korean Fusion, I hear they do really great bibimbap.
So, wait, Joe, what happened to you?
Well, this idiot left me to get shot by a bunch of dudes in a truck.
You jumped onto a moving van.
You were supposed to follow me. We have a deal. We
were supposed to go.
Whenever I do something incredibly stupid, you're supposed to follow me and also do it.
I called the police.
Eventually. I was lying next to the lion tent for 2 hours. I don't know why they keep them in a tent. That's stupid.
Listen, I only get 1 day to see the zoo. Dad is very
strict. We have a year-long membership. Come on. Don't even try.
No. You guys are from New York. This is not a year-long membership.
We're from New York, of course.
Joe's also a compulsive liar.
Okay, so this is fun, but I'm going to interrupt it. You get a phone call.
On our beeper?
On your cell phone.
What?
Oh, Mr. Fancy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's your cell phone from the previous book. Apparently it survived.
Take out your cell phone that's the size of a cinder block, Joe. This is your physical rehabilitation. You need to get the strength back in your arms.
I can't do it. Nancy, it's in my pocket. I roll a bluff. I need to roll a bluff check to get Nancy to try to get my cell phone for me.
Oh God!
I rolled a 14.
Is that a cell phone in your pocket, or? I tilt the wheelchair on the side so it falls out of the pocket naturally, and then I tilt him upright again.
See, you tried to stop me from pushing him down the stairs.
No, not down the stairs is a different story altogether. I just tipped him over.
Well, Joe, while you were being patched up, you decided to do a little searching on the internet about pandas and bamboo.
What did I find?
You found out that pandas eat a lot of bamboo, and that bamboo is really easy to get normally, so it's kind of stupid to rob the zoo to get some.
All at your local home and garden store.
Does anyone else think it's strange that they were stealing bamboo from the zoo?
It's bamboozling.
Ah, Nancy, your wit is as sharp as ever.
So this is a phone call from your CIA contact, actually.
I have a CIA contact?
You know Spooks?
It's the Hardy Boys that have a CIA contact.
Ah.
He says, "Okay, Hardys, I want you guys off the case."
What? Why?
This case is not for amateur agents like you. This is an official CIA case, so buzz off.
Come on, Chief. I almost had him.
Look, you're in the hospital. I know it's only going to take you a day to recuperate, but this is dangerous.
Nothing. I'm getting back out there, and I'm going to find these guys.
Well, I'm not giving you any information on this case, so how about that?
Nancy, help me out here.
Frank, let's go solve a mystery.
Woo! Joe, you wait here till you're done recuperating.
No, I can come too. I try to get out of my wheelchair.
Where did you get shot, by the way?
Shoulder.
Probably in the butt.
He's fine. Walk it off.
I hobble over to Nancy. Take me with you guys. I can help.
I
put my arm on
I say,
Nancy's
sure thing, good buddy, and I give him a strong slap on the shoulder.
I collapse onto Nancy.
I roll a dodge. That's only a 4.
He falls down and grabs your skirt by accident.
Someone help me up.
My skirt's
Orderlies.
bolted on. You can climb up.
All right. So how do you guys decide to solve this mystery? Because I know how they solve it in the book, but
So the mystery is, after discussing with the Hardy Boys for a little bit, we have some indiscriminately shooting shotgun hillbilly something or others or gang members or someone who just murdered someone whose backstory I was just beginning to unravel. And you had this high speed, moderately paced speed caper in a truck with some Chinese men and some bamboo. And
if someone can wheel me to a computer, I can figure this out.
And the person I knew was talking about the person who got murdered that I was connected to. They were the Chinese expert person. So we've got a Chinese connection here.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a CIA connection here. But where does the bamboo fit?
Join the triad.
Okay, so basically what happens in the book is that you all, independently of each other, decide to visit the site of the murder.
Which one?
There's only one murder.
Sorry, wishful thinking. I was hoping that Joe was dead.
So Carl Dubček, who was secretly a CIA person, he was murdered inside this. It's not a very nice part of town, and it's sort of an abandoned lot that's been let to grow free. So it's just a bunch of grass everywhere, a couple of beer bottles and everything. Roll a spot or a notice.
12.
Okay, you notice a gas canister on the ground.
And the police have been here already, presumably?
The police have already been here.
I take the gas canister.
So this is a canister for releasing gas, I believe, is what a gas canister is. I'm not 100% sure.
I put it in my inventory.
Okay, so everybody roll another, spot check.
3.
8.
No. 13. I'm sorry. 0 is 10.
Yes.
Duh.
Okay, so Nancy is the only person who notices as a truck pulls up nearby and a man steps out. So this man is dressed in, let's make him suspicious. Let's say he's got a black overcoat and a black hat and black sunglasses. And he walks over to the three of you.
Hello, ZZ Top Song. How you doing?
Joe, do you still have that gun?
Yes.
You should get out your gun.
I pull out my gun. Freeze!
But the man got the drop on you, and he pulls out his gun and says, "You three should not be meddling where you don't belong."
I escape.
I shoot him in the leg.
I roll a 7 to escape.
Okay, you roll 7 to escape. Okay, so you escape, and you shot him in the leg. What did you roll for attack?
I rolled a 12 to shoot him in the leg.
You shoot him in the leg, and he goes down immediately.
Oh, this is great.
No, he screams. Oh, curse you.
I run up there while he's distracted to kick the gun out of his hand or punch it or whatever. Get the gun away from him.
Sweet, now we got 2 guns.
Okay, roll an attack.
Now, what am I adding to my attack roll?
Whatever your modifier is.
I don't have an attack modifier. You didn't give me one.
Oh, what? Well, then it's just your attack roll.
So it's a 4.
Okay, so it's a 4 out of 10. So
Actually, no. If I'm stealing it from him, I can use my sleight of hand.
Okay.
So 7.
Okay, so 7. You are able to... You do knock the gun out of his hand. Barely.
Preferably taking it, but knocking it out of the way is good.
It falls on. It falls down to the grass nearby.
Okay, I'll go pick it up.
I stand over him and point my gun at him and say, "Tell me about the bad guys."
Okay, roll your negotiate.
I'm still escaping.
I got a 13.
I'm one of the bad guys, he says.
What are you doing?
I need that glass canister.
What glass canister?
Gas canister, he
No.
says.
What's so important about it?
Frank, keep the thing away from him. Frank, get out of here.
I'm gone.
Okay, roll. Okay, so 3.
I'm hiding.
3 is an
somewhere.
exaggeration. Two bad guys jump out of the truck. Roll a notice.
That is a 7.
8.
So those are the Chinese villains from earlier.
But I don't know that.
Yeah.
Do I recognize them?
What did you roll?
I'm sorry. What was it? A spot check?
Yeah, notice. Yeah.
6.
Okay, so you vaguely recognize those guys from somewhere.
What time of day is it?
This is the next day, so wow, the book does play hard and fast with the time, doesn't it? Let's say it's around noon.
Okay.
So the two other villains, let's say they also have guns, because that's how villains act, and they run onto the scene with their guns trained on you.
Frank can't hear me, Kenny.
Sorry. I didn't hear anything there.
Is Frank at least going for help?
Sure.
Okay.
I kick the guy on the ground and head to try to knock him out.
Okay, so you're successful in that attempt, aren't you?
Oh, okay.
What's your attack?
11.
Okay, yeah, you're totally successful. He's unconscious now.
All right.
He's
and now I aim
unconscious,
my gun at the other two guys.
and
Freeze! That's the only thing I know, apparently.
And I trained my gun on the other one.
Yes.
oh, did you pick up the other gun? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two guys rush forward and grab the unconscious man.
Not if we shoot them first.
All right.
I shoot the one I'm aiming at in the leg. I got a 6.
Okay, well, he got a 10, so
Okay.
he shoots you in the leg. Roll a dodge.
I hear gunshots and call the police.
There you go.
Joe, roll a dodge.
I thought I escaped. That was
Frank?
You're Frank.
Yeah, you're
Sorry,
Frank.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I keep getting confused.
Dodge. 4.
Okay, you got hit in the leg, definitely.
Is it a requirement that Joe has to get shot in every adventure?
Yes, apparently. So,
Every adventure, like more like every 5 minutes.
Well, I was shot in the shoulder last time.
Now you're shot in the leg. You're quickly becoming completely useless.
I know.
Just making the rounds.
I don't see you knocking anyone unconscious, buddy.
Because
Okay,
I'm calling the police like a responsible
Oh yeah,
citizen.
and by the time the police get
Thug.
here, we'll all be dead. They'll have the whatever, and something bad's gonna happen.
They're stealing bamboo! Oh no! Some
Yeah.
pandas
First
will
the
go
bamboo.
hungry for
They're
5
coming for
minutes
the
until
pandas
someone goes to
next,
freaking
Frank.
Home Depot.
we'll see what the guys do with Nancy. So the one guy who shot Joe makes the motion to grab the unconscious guy and just drag him away.
I grabbed the unconscious guy by the ankle to stop them.
And meanwhile, Nancy is just having a standoff with the other villain. That'll.
Yeah.
I got a 7 plus whatever I would add to that.
Okay, so you and him, you guys get into a dragging match.
Just pulling the guy from both ends.
Yeah, so he's dragging him by the arm and you're dragging him by the ankle. And he says, "Come on, let go."
I pull out. Wait, do I still have my gun in my hand? I aim at him again and take another shot at him.
Okay, roll your attack.
6. Jeez.
But you're close, so really you should have an advantage here.
Yes, but he rolled a 9, so
Oh, jeez.
so you miss him and he pulls the body away. So meanwhile, Nancy, what are you doing with your guy that you guys are trapped in a standoff?
So, did he draw his gun before I pointed it at him?
He did draw his gun before you pointed it at him.
Okay, so we're basically just standing here. Can I roll a bluff check to make a noise that sounds like police sirens to try and scare them away?
Okay.
That's an 11.
Wow, and he got a 9. So I'm Oh no, he cries, it's the cops. So, let me see. So what happens is that 2 more villains jump out of this tiny van. They say, "Come on, guys, we gotta get out of here now." So what happens is the villains, they grab the unconscious guy and they drag him off. They throw him in the back of the van, and all the villains start driving away.
I take aim at one of the tires and try to shoot it out, and then I get ready to run if this works, which it won't, because I rolled a 5.
Let me see. They rolled a 1, so this is going to be a great car chase.
Okay, so I've shot at one of the tires.
Yeah, so in the book, the car chase is a couple chapters, I believe. So you shoot out one of the tires. The man gestures angrily at you.
I get the heck out of there and I say, "Joe, come with me."
I struggle to get to my feet.
Roll a spot notice, both of you.
6.
5.
Okay, you guys don't notice anything.
Okay.
I head towards the police siren I heard, thinking that, oh gee, I can help lead the police to where the fracas is.
I run in the direction of wherever Frank went.
Okay, so the two of you run into each other.
Frank, did you call the cops?
I want to ask.
I did. They're here already. Oh my God, it's amazing.
No,
I want to
they're
ask
not.
Nancy to carry
It's just me.
That is an incredibly accurate police siren simulation. How do you do that? And can I use it?
I need something to do to, calm my nerves at night when I can't sleep. So I practice.
Ah.
I'm still dragging myself toward them.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Meanwhile, the villains. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's successful. So the villain leans out of his car and shoots one of the tires of your car just for spite.
Wait, we have a
We're
car?
in a car now.
Car?
I don't know. Did you guys get there by taxi or did you drive?
I don't know. It wasn't
No.
clear to us. We just appeared there.
Yeah. I thought we operated like wizards. Aren't we wizards?
Heck, I would have taken him on a car chase if I'd known we'd had a car.
Yeah. Do we have a car and a bunch of guns?
Okay, so let's see. Frank and Joe have a car. Nancy was dropped off by a taxi. That's the source of the confusion.
Ah.
Nancy, get in.
Okay, I get in.
I offer Nancy shotgun.
I'm driving.
I've had enough shotguns for 1 week.
All right, I get in the back with Nancy.
No, Nancy's in the front. You're in the back. We're at the children ride.
Oh.
Hit it. And then I hit the freeway and we're dead. We're stuck on the freeway, guys. We're going to die on the freeway.
You guys are grateful for the deserted neighborhood. There are few cars and people in sight, which makes it easier for you to break the speed limit without having to worry about an accident.
And we have guns.
Yep.
Joe, give me a gun.
What the Nancy Drew games are like?
Nothing at all what they're like.
GTA, Nancy Drew.
Gunfire joins the noise of the truck. Okay, so the truck ahead of you is slowing down. Roll a spot. Oh, yeah, you noticed.
I got an 8.
So,
10.
So the truck ahead of you guys stopped to pick up 2 more gunmen, and now the engine is being gunned again. So I conveniently...
How are they doing all this on a flat tire?
I have no idea. How are you guys driving after them with a flat tire?
I thought we were driving away. I don't even know what we're doing.
20 miles an hour.
I'm just here for the ride.
I just want to go pick up some In-N-Out. That's all I want. I'm really hungry.
So the truck does a U-turn and swerves around towards you guys.
Plain chicken.
And 2 bullets whiz through the air towards you. Towards your car.
I scoot down in my seat and I gun it and I head towards this van as fast as I can.
Okay, so 1 bullet crashes into the trunk, peeling paint and digging a long gouge in the metal lid of the trunk. And then Joe makes a joke about having car insurance when they rented the car. Good one,
Just
Joe.
Going to ask.
What were you asking?
No, I was going to ask if we got insurance on the rental.
Wow, you're incredibly accurate. Okay, so roll a bluff check, I guess, because you guys are in a game of chicken.
Oh, I'm not
11.
bluffing.
Of course, I'm in the back seat, so I'm not sure how much I'm helping.
So
6.
They got a 1. They immediately veer into a side road.
Nice.
And they
Where their flat tire finally gets the better of them.
Presumably.
No, I'm telling you, I'm picturing this whole car chase at like 20 miles an hour tops.
Okay, so Frank, Joe, notice I guess a spot.
Okay.
What do you notice about the spot?
I got a 7.
So you got a 1. Basically what happened is, Frank, you were being useful for once. Wait.
I'm always useful. I just ran those guys off the road because I am a badass.
Joe was being useful for once, and Joe, what you did was you stole the wallet of the unconscious man.
Yes, I did.
During the car chase?
Apparently, yeah. No, you stole
I would
it.
imagine after I shot him in the leg.
That was after you shot him in the leg, yeah. You forgot to mention you stole his wallet.
Oh, hey, did I mention I stole this guy's wallet?
Look through it. Maybe we'll have a clue.
Does he have any cash?
I've already pocketed the cash.
There are words.
No, he doesn't have any cash. That's weird.
Any pictures of his family we can cut up and send to him and
Okay, so Joe starts digging through the wallet. Okay, Joe, you find a driver's license and $100 cash. But not a $100 bill, just 5 20s.
Yeah. Okay, that's in my inventory now, definitely.
Okay, roll a spot or a notice, or you're looking at the...
Ooh, 10 for notice.
So, you couldn't help but notice that this ID belongs to Carl Dubček.
The dead guy?
Yes, apparently the guy you just shot in the leg is the dead guy.
You guys, I shot the dead guy.
I didn't recognize him, or did I never meet Carl in the first place?
You never met him. Or, no, he's not the Carl you met at the, thing. At the environmental conference.
We have an imposter. Or else he just stole his wallet, and when he killed him...
The picture on the ID matches the guy who just got shot, not the dead guy.
Ah.
So you
Well, then we still have an imposter.
Okay. So somebody roll another notice, because I know what happens next. Wait.
6.
So you couldn't help but notice that he's got a very suspicious address on the driver's license, 123 Suspicious Street.
Oh, it's in the suspicious district. There's good dim sum down there.
I ask Frank to program that into his beeper so we can go there.
Beep! I pull out my beeper, which is the size of a Game Boy, and go beep boop 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 boop. I'm actually playing Tetris. It is a Game Boy. Spoiler alert. And I say, yeah, let's go get it. And I head to the nearest In-N-Out Burger.
As you're driving with the Game Boy?
Okay, so roll a negotiate to see if you can get your brother to pay for it.
2.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah, your bro's not paying for the In-N-Out.
I don't have any cash on me. I'm sorry.
Then he's not getting an In-N-Out Burger.
I roll an 11 for bluff and say, Joe, you wouldn't even cover for me?
Oh, of course I'll cover for you, Nancy.
No, I am buying Nancy's dinner. You don't have any money.
I'm buying Nancy's dinner.
I'm buying Nancy's dinner.
I am. Look at all this cash I have.
No, hey, I'm in the driver's seat. I'm going to pay the friggin'...
I'd lunge forward and try to take the wheel.
Nancy, what would you like from In-N-Out Burger?
Surprise
me. Are we in the drive-thru at this moment?
Yeah, let's say it's an In-N-Out Burger with a drive-thru.
I get out of the door and I wrench open Frank's.
I lock the door.
I knock on it. Hey.
I say to the receptionist that I would like 2 burgers, both animal style, and then I look at Nancy and go, "Oh God, I can't do the animal growl."
Do you need assistance? Are you choking even before eating the food?
I get back to the back seat.
I'm also impressed this In-N-Out Burger has a receptionist. This is a high-class establishment.
Whatever you call them.
Would you like anything to drink with that?
I ask for a surge.
Yes, your finest orange soda.
Did you say surge? Oh, man. You just took me back and made me sad at the same time.
We have Coke, 7-Up, root beer, Dr. Pepper, lemonade, and iced tea.
Are you looking at the menu online?
Maybe. There's also milk and coffee, but...
Ladies' choice, Nancy.
No. I want you to surprise me.
Fine. Dr. Pepper, please. The most educated of drinks.
Okay, anything for the other brother?
No. I pull ahead.
All right, wait. I'm gonna roll to bluff him. 7. I'm dying. I need a burger. I'm literally dying.
You've been dying for like 2 days now. You'll deal with it.
Fine.
That is it for the first half of the Nancy Drew Hardy Boys podcast. Stay tuned for part number 2 on GameCola.net. I don't know. I'm getting distracted reading the description of the animal burger. It sounds way more delicious than it looks. Oh man. The grilled onions and the pickles, yes.
Yeah, right. I've always wanted to try one. I've never been to an In-N-Out Burger.